Okay, welcome to a class on participles and commas. Participle phrases, in fact, because I don't just look at the participle when I see a participle at the front of the sentence, like in this one from Frankenstein. I usually think of the whole thing up to the comma as a participle phrase, okay? And for me, I'm going to use the word phrase whenever I mean something that doesn't have a finite verb, a subject and a verb, yeah? A finite verb as in a doer and a verb, so a complete thought. Yeah, and so I will always use the word phrase when there's not a finite verb there. I'll call it a participle phrase or a gerund phrase or a 2+ infinitive phrase or a prepositional phrase, yeah? Now, these participle phrases, they follow the same logic that we saw when we looked at the relative clauses, defining and non-defining, in the previous class. But we actually saw the same logic as well with appositives, back when we were doing nouns, noun phrases. When you've got two noun phrases next to each other, for example, my friends Ben and Steve, yeah? Here I am defining which friends, so I don't use a comma. Yeah, my friends Ben and Steve. I'm defining which friends here, so no comma. But if I start with Ben and Steve, my friends, yeah, that's non-essential information in the sense that it doesn't define which Ben and Steve. So you can see that this logic is very useful indeed in English because it helps you with appositives, it helps you with relative clauses, and it helps you with participle phrases. And participle phrases are everywhere. In any book, you will find them on every page. Okay, so have a look at I'm going to just remind you about this defining, non-defining logic. The soldiers injured in the battle were taken to hospital. Yeah, this means that there were some soldiers who were injured and they were taken to hospital. This is defining which soldiers. In other words, it sounds as though there were also some soldiers who weren't injured and they weren't taken to hospital. This defines which soldiers. Now, there's nothing wrong with adding commas to this sentence, but it changes the meaning. Now we mean all the soldiers were injured and taken to hospital. As soon as we put the commas in there, this is non-essential information. So you could take it out, yeah, when we're saying that the soldiers were taken to hospital. Oh, and by the way, they were injured in battle. So we're kind of referring to all of them now. But if we take the commas out, only those soldiers who were injured in battle were taken to hospital. But I wanted to give you these two examples so you